Hello, welcome. Welcome everybody. GJ is dropping. We're gonna meet up our zone over here.
Morning, Roger.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, fellow traders.
Morning, boss.
Good morning, boss.
How you doing, mate?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, all right, mate. Not too bad. Witnessed some heavy movement this morning.
Oh, yeah, did you guys take it?
No, I did. I had a zone marked up, which I've looked back on. I had a kind of a support level, which I marked up slightly wrong, I think. So I didn't get the confirmation I wanted to take the sell. And then the level I had it at didn't really give me an opportunity because the way it moved so quick at the 8 o'clock open or 9 o'clock, I can't remember now. But yeah, there's many people that did. But yeah, some good trades.
Oh, nice.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think guys in Slack, they got sells here on pound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you break the zone, it made sense. But I think I had mine marked off the wicks previously than bodies. If I was marked off the bodies as most recent support, I would have been all right.
That one was a perfect entry. Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
And,
But you didn't hear me.
No, we could hear you.
Okay. Thanks for ignoring me.
Yeah, gold is ranging just as expected from yesterday.
yeah, it's not moved.
See, now this is good. So now we have areas of gold where if gold breaks, it can go to 1570. Then we have 1585 and 1589.
We discussed this morning how London Low did the same as it did on the open yesterday. Exactly the same play, back up to kind of towards the top level of that range. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Set up exactly the same if you want to play in the range, but not my cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea either, mate.
Nah, man. But option was there. I mean, when you're looking at it on 15, there's a real good.
Yeah. Oh, we have an incoming question here. Do you change your supply demand zones every morning? Yes. So if you see this morning, I changed them because price has moved. So what I have down over here, so let's say, so this is our support now. This one is support. So we go to the 1 hour and we go to the left. On the left hand side, we see that this is some sort of a support. And then after the support breaks, we have another support down over here. If you go to the 4 hour, it will be much cleaner because this area right over here, let's see here. See, this was consolidation box right here. Right, so this consolidation has a support and it has a resistance. And ironically, now we're at that resistance, which is also a fresh support. So if you look on the 4 hour, this is the 4 hour wick fill over here. And on the high time frame, a wick fill, if there's a wick fill on the high time frame, on the low time frame, it's what? What is it on the lower time frame? What is it?
What do you mean, like support?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of listening to what you're talking about.
Yeah, on the lower time frame, we have a support.
Yeah.
So, it's not a sell, it's not a buy because we're at support and we just don't know if it's going to drop more or not. If it does, oh well.
Yeah, some good levels further down on high time frames to aim for target wise.
Yeah.
200 was talked about this morning, I think. I'm just cautious because one of the previous daily wicks was like a big rejection zone.
perfect setup for that break of that 30-minute doji.
Oh, for the sells.
Yeah, for the sells.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Yeah, yeah, see that. Went straight. Even like the candle after that. Even if you missed this candle here, the next one also went down.
What about retesting that low?
Okay, what's this? AUD USD 30 minutes. Where's the better stop loss? Yeah, I think this is a good stop loss here. I think your target is a little aggressive because it's below support. But if it happens, it happens. Gold is just ranging. Gold is in a range. You know, it might sound counterintuitive, but I'm gonna look for buys here on GPJPY. You know, because I mean, it filled the 4-hour wick. The 4-hour has only been dropping for the last 1 hour and 40 minutes because, you know, if you look at the time, there 1 hour 40 minutes have passed in the 4-hour candle. So yeah, I'm gonna start looking for buys. Once this 30-minute candle breaks the high of the previous one, I'm gonna start looking for buys to up till, you know, 141, 850-ish, 820. Stop is gonna be like 14 pips, 15 pips. Can you please look at my chart? Yes, this is your chart right here. This is what you sent me.
Access denied.
Access denied. AUD strong rejections at this price level. I think before taking a buy over here, if you've taken a buy, you should go down to the small time frames and see if it actually makes sense. If there's support forming here or not, you know? Like, look, if we're looking at GJ, if we look on the daily here, if someone was to say, oh yeah, look, strong rejections, whatever, blah blah, you know, so then we're looking at the small time frames now. We're looking at the small time frames. We're trying to see that if we get those confirmations here, because the small time frames are going to build the overall high time frames. What's this? We are in a 25 pip range. Is it not too tight? Well, Yan Diesel, I think it might be tight for you, but based on my trading plan and the way I trade, I think this is good enough.
Sorry, Rakeel, you said you were looking for longs? Because the 4-hour wick has been filled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gold is consolidating at the moment. Yeah, I think gold is going to just consolidate today. I mean, gold is between like 1577 and 1583. This is like a 60 pip zone. I think it's just going to consolidate for today. and then it's going to have a move tomorrow because tomorrow we got
We have some news today as well, dude. This afternoon.
yeah, we got some news today too. Oh, at 10 a.m. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
okay.
It's bigger news tomorrow, though.
GJ. Really enjoyed the Call of Duty. It shows how developing, correcting thinking is trading in real life. Yeah, I streamed my Call of Duty game yesterday.
Yeah, I missed out on that, man. I didn't know you were going to do it. That would have been fun.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I connected with my PlayStation and that was it.
Would you do it through your computer, but from
No, from PlayStation.
Oh, I see. Cool.
But you stream it on Twitch or here?
Oh, YouTube, man.
YouTube.
Mm.
So it's recorded, right?
Yeah.
Let me check it out. Oh, here it is.
Raja, why not wait for a break of 141.800?
141.800?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I've seen this before. I've seen this happen before too. So I'm just basing everything on that. Like I've seen it before. 4 hour comes down to fill the wick. The 30-minute candle breaks the high and closes above, and the next one goes up to fill the range, and then there's a potential, like, correction of this move down to go up to 142.100. So breaking above, let's say 141.850, going to 142.100 would be like in the perfect scenario. Ooh, what's this? GJ, 1 hour. Oh, so someone's looking for buys up over here. Interesting. I'd say looking at this, you should look for buys up above this resistance here. Because then you have a clean traffic going all the way up. Rather than wait all the way for it to break here and then go all the way up there. How did you learn to trade? Oh, mostly it was just by watching candles at the same time and then waiting for candles to print the way I want them to print. What's this? Yo, JPY 15 minute. Yeah, See, your JPY is bearish. On the 1 hour, the previous 1 hour candle broke below the low, but then it reached resistance here. There's no support, this minor support. It's reached the minor support. So for it to break down, you need to break below, 119.808, 119.800. For GJ to break down as well, you need to break below 141.500 to continue to go to 141.100 or even 141 even. Do you wait for 1 hour to close above resistance? No, actually I was waiting for this 15-minute to close to take a buy because it seemed like it broke above. But the 15-minute closed with no wick at the top. The 15-minute closed with no wick at the top, which tells me, okay, there are like less chances for the candle to go up because there's no wick. So this means there's no range for the next candle to go up. So I didn't take a buy. So it's very important that you see where the candles are closing, how they're closing. So it's very simple. When you look at price, you decide either this will be a trade that you will take, or either this will not be a trade that you will take. So this is not a trade that I would take. Alright, what's this? Price has found support 30-minute time frame waiting for bullish candle. Worth notice 1 hour candle below 30-minute candle wick. Yeah, these TP levels look good. The chart looks very good. It's a very, very nice analysis here. But I'm also keeping in mind that since this is a bearish momentum, so since all the candles are closing bearish, it's really important to note that not to take buys if the candles are closing bearish. Do not take buys if candles are bearish. If candles are bearish, there's a higher chance they will continue bearish and break below 141.500. So you have to be very, very careful. So, I have my both ideas set right here. I have my ideas for buys and have my ideas for sells. Sells are below 141.500, and buys, I already talked about. So if either one of them happens, then I won't be confused. Oh, why did this happen? I've already mapped that out in my head. Looks like EJ is going to continue down over here.
Yeah, looks like it.
I guess GJ might continue down too if this closes bearish. So important for it to close. So important. Okay, mate. If this flips bullish, so after 30-minute close is bullish, I'll be interested in buys. So, you know, that execution is going to be a little bit risky.
Yeah, I don't like the look of it in a minute. Even though I've mapped it out, I don't like the look of it.
Will news make an impact today on the USD pairs? Well, I don't know what kind of question is that, but if there's USD news, then I guess it's going to make impact on the USD pairs. Come on, mate. As GJ starts crossing this level here, it should continue popping. As it starts crossing 141,675 and then crosses 700, straight move up. Please draw a rocket. No, I think without needing the rocket, this should continue moving. Because now it's broken the high and it's almost ready to close above that level. It's almost ready to close above the 30-minute chart as well. The 30-minute candle.
Also, you can kind of see this as a 1 hour fake out because the previous candle broke slightly below support.
Yes.
Yeah, 15 minutes for me, nice too.
Yeah, we need this 1 hour to close bullish, in my opinion. Like slightly bullish.
Yep.
Oh, coronavirus is in Germany now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then people have not even been to China. Apparently.
Yeah.
They haven't been to China and they haven't.
No, I was just reading something a minute ago. They've not visited, they've just got it. It's just like, uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you know I ain't going outside.
Apparently someone from China was actually there though.
Oh, they've been over.
Yeah, for a
I see.
conference or something.
Oh, nice work.
Yeah, from a work colleague visiting from China.
Yeah.
All right, GJ. We have entered the building.
It's time for GG to fly.
Yep. Entered at 141,683. 141,683, and now we should see a continuation till 141,800. 141,800. Now we respected this low right over here. This current 30-minute candle has broken the high of the previous 30-minute candle. So this, now we can expect the next 30-minute candle, or maybe even this one, to continue up like this. That would be beautiful. So my entries are something like this. Yeah, this is it. Something like this. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward. Nice. The 30-minute candle closed bullish, closed above the previous candle. This current one should continue down, create a liquidity wick, and then continue up to 141,800, 820. And then I have my stop loss right over here that if in case it doesn't do that, it takes me out and I lose what I plan to lose, So you should always have a plan on how much you're planning to win, but most importantly, how much you're planning to lose or how much you're planning to bet on a particular trade. So now if you're looking at the 15-minute time frame, on the 15-minute, now if we're expecting for price to continue moving up, we're expecting this candle to respect the low of the previous 15-minute right over here. And overall respect this area and then flip bullish. If it starts to come close to the low of the previous 15-minute candle, then I'm going to take off half of my risk. That's what I'm going to do. GJ will most likely make a liquidity wick and go up. Well, that's the anticipation, right? That's the anticipation based on how the candles are closing, how they're forming at the levels they are. So that's my anticipation. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if it happens, that's even better. So when price is coming down to this 15-minute low, I'm going to take off half of my risk. That means I'm going to close half my position, because then it further means that can come further down. So instead of losing full stop loss, I'm losing portion of my stop. Gold is still in a heavy range today. Gold's going to stay right where it is for today. Look at this range. 4 hour support resistance. It's too tight. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close all my positions here once it starts breaking the low. I think which is it doing right now. All the positions. Yep, I'll get out. Right here. Gonna wait for a better confirmation of something. So this is the loss for today. Lost 8 pips. Lost around $400. No, 480. See, some days you win, some days you lose, but you got to keep your losses small and your winners big. Yeah, I was expecting it to, like, you know, continue bullish within the range, because the 30-minute closed bullish as well. So I wasn't expecting it to come down this low and then kind of go up here. But since it's closing bearish, I think now there's a higher chance it's just gonna, you know, break support here around 141,500. I was trying to play in this range, but it didn't work. It came down a little too deep. All right, what's this chart here? UJ 60 hour retest the zone, rejection from Monday low. Man, I don't know how you see this rejection, man, but good luck. UJ's ranging. UJ's going nowhere until interest rates tomorrow. Look, UJ's ranging over here. UJ's got interest rates to worry about. You're in an EJ short, question mark. Oh, it's talking to somebody else. Okay. With the coronavirus, would that make yen weak because no one will buy from them? Coronavirus is not being spread through the Forex market. It's being spread from person to person, so no. Okay, someone is saying sell gold, sell gold. Their name is Gold Trading TV. Let's see if the gold really goes into a sell. Gold Trading TV. Yeah, I think a sell stop could work on GJ. We'll have to wait. We can confirm that GJ is really weak, but prefer to take shorts than longs. Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
How's your London session?
I didn't trade London. I wasn't able to hit the gym all day, so I had to. Sorry, I'm driving. I had to hit the gym and catch it. There was no volume. There was no volume last night.
Oh, really?
I didn't see anything on gold and GJ maybe a little bit. No, actually GJ was still in that range.
Yeah, then it broke down later on.
Yeah, I was thinking about setting a sell stop, but I don't like setting trades before I go to sleep.
Yeah. Been here 6 months and doesn't know. $15.70. Yeah, if gold's gonna go to 15.70 if it breaks below 15.77. That's a big ass move too. That's a really big move. That's a 60 pip move, like almost a $7 move. Okay, someone sent a chart over here. Let's take a look at this chart. Overall market is bearish, sells only, 141.500 is expected but no strength of bullish momentum. Target down here. Yep. This looks good. This looks good. But man, if this thing starts to flip bullish again,
What's the longest amount of time you've seen a gap not be filled?
I think it was a week.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 weeks.
Damn, 2 weeks?
I think I've seen like a month and a half. I think this was last year when Italy had had elections, and all JPY pairs gapped up 100 pips. Yeah, man. They all gapped up 100 pips. I'll see if I can find it here. Probably not. Can't probably find it here because it's ooh, what the fuck is this? Oh, no, we're moving too far away. Oh, gold is actually falling. Gold trading TV is right. Damn.
Damn, I was thinking about putting a sell stop, but I removed it. Fuck. I'm
So
sorry.
was I before I left.
Man.
Come on, GG.
Oh my god. I'm so mad.
38 pips on gold.
Nice. Wow. Oh, what a drop.
I mean,
Yeah,
GG,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Come on, GG. My
That's
tips.
at 6 pip, 7 pip.
Come on, come on.
Wow, GJ.
GG.
Man.
Take profit hit.
GJ's a smooth criminal, man.
Yeah.
Man. It didn't went below the 30 minute, and on the new 1 hour candle, you'll always wick the previous 15.
Yeah.
So I hold it and I was like, I'm not gonna look it, just put my thumb and pray.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you're welcome. I just make coffee.
Oh, yeah. Chris is making coffee.
Yo, that switched quick, didn't it?
I knew it has to be someone. Thanks, Chris.
No problem, man. That moved quick, eh?
Yeah.
Gold.
Came down quite far though, didn't it?
Well,
Gold as well. Wow.
at least we were right about GJ.
Yeah, man, you made the call. It was a great call.
Man, it's one of those days where it does what it has to do after you close.
Did you base that on the? I can't remember. Was it on the 30-minute or the 15? Yeah,
It-
on the 30.
Yeah, it was based on
Okay.
30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So do you always take off risk when the 15-minute low or high is violated?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's just the way how I've adapted over time. Cause like as you go forward, you start realizing like how you can cut down on your risk or like kind of like exploit positions and stuff like that. So instead of so if the 15 minute is a weak confirmation time frame, and if it's breaking the low, then I'm going to take off half of the risk. Expecting the one time frame higher than the 15 minute to respect its low, which it did, and then to continue up. So that's just something I've learned over time, and then just added that to my trading plan.
Each is just ranging hard.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about gold.
Yeah, gold. Gold is a smooth criminal here.
I literally put a sell stop and I removed it and it dropped.
Man, just as I was talking here, saying gold trading TV is not gonna drop, man, blah blah blah, and it starts dropping. Alright, what's this? You're in New Zealand. Why do people have these aggressive take profits? Are you letting your positions run to this deep take profit over here? Is that really happening?
That's a long trade.
I highly doubt it if someone's letting their profits run down to there.
Yeah, I'm in sales, and there's a lot of traffic that it could hit before it that
Oh,
it could reverse from.
way tons of traffic down there.
I'll show you what I'm aiming for. I just caught like 10 pips on gold.
Nice. Yeah, just by
1 minute sniper.
Wow.
gold is in a sharp decline over here.
I saw it retrace on the 5 minute and on the 1 minute, and when it started dropping, I just saw it.
It's going to be a pre-news move, I suppose.
GPCAD broke support. Target down over here. Yeah, looks good. I was watching this too. This needs stronger CAD and yeah, CAD is strong. I think GPCAD will continue dropping, so you're correct. You are correct. One over here. Broken support down over here.
There's clean traffic to the left.
Basically breaking below here. Yeah, exactly.
There's literally nothing to the left.
Oh yeah, literally nothing. Clean candle over here. This is a very, very high chance that you can win your GPCAD trade coming all the way
There's a
down.
big chance it's gonna just copy the bullish move what's there.
Yeah. Look at this GPCAD now. You know, now if you're looking for, I think, oh man, like if you're really putting your money on the line, you're then willing on the fact that the next 30-minute candle should respect the high of the previous 30-minute and then just continue going bearish. And that's not a lot of pips either for GPCAD. I mean, that's like 20, 25 pips, and GPCAD can do that in one candle, no problem. I've seen GPCAD do some wild things, man. Can't see the video clearly. I think you need to upgrade your internet connection. Oh, chart can't be opened. Come on, Ari. Come on. Oh, someone said gold will retest 1560. Now 1560 is too deep, you know. 1560 is way down over here. If you're copying what our friend there said, you know, 1560 is way down over there. 1570 for sure, you know, because this is the next major support here, as Gold Trading TV said. But like 1560, man, it's too far away.
Yeah, I think morning. Yesterday
Morning.
we called this. We said that today would be the reversal day for gold. And then Wednesday and Thursday we should pick up again with the bullish movement.
Yeah, this move just came down like.
Yeah, because what's been happening in the market lately is Friday's always had a carryover with the bullish, with the same momentum, or Monday's been a carryover with the Monday momentum. And then Tuesday we have a huge reversal, and then Wednesday and Thursday the trend continues from the previous week. If you go back and look at like the Friday candles and then the Mondays, we have a continuation of the move from Friday, the spillover, and then Tuesday's usually a reversal, which sets up the rest of the week.
It's also good too because it's made a high right here. Boom.
Well, I mean, once again, the easiest thing to look at is this is our smoking gun. This section right here is our smoking gun. And as we proceed, obviously this is going to range a bit, and then we'll have that full fill. I mean, keep in mind we're at the end of the month as well. So when you're thinking about the monthly candles, the last couple of daily candles will probably pull back a bit, which will complete the month, and then we'll start again to push further up for February. Because the weekly candle right now on gold has gone a bit bearish, but then the monthly candle overall is still bullish. So if you put that into perspective, if you were to take like the 30-minute candles and you looked at this kind of idea here, and you looked for a similar idea with 30-minute candles, if you went into it and you saw examples, you'll see what'll happen next month is we'll get this pullback probably here, and then you'll probably get this drive to fill this. So all that's happening right now is we're getting a pullback in that area to then proceed again to go next month.
Yeah, and then like at the same time, I was thinking that this weekly it hasn't really gone bearish, right? Like below 1570. If it goes below 1570, that might be that's going to be 100% something to do with the rates tomorrow.
Yep, agreed. I'm looking at the fact that because we're coming to the end of the month, this is just a monthly pullback. So you might have today and tomorrow drop, and then you'll have that pop up again.
Yeah.
So that's basically what'll happen. We'll have a little bit of a dip, and then we'll have a drive back up again starting the new month. Just trying to put all the time frames together and say, hey, this is what could possibly be happening.
Sorry to ask this stupid question, but for FOMC speech by different members, why some are red folder and some are yellow folder? FOMC. Oh, yeah, because those are small members. Just the best way to look at it is that if it's a yellow FOMC, then that means that's a small member. If it's like a little red FOMC, then that's a big important one. Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. So then once you're starting to looking at it, you're starting to see that, okay, like, what, if William is speaking, then okay, then William is a part of the, like, whatever he's a part of, like he's part of from the Federal Reserve Bank, I think. So that way then you start learning more about FOMC members and like, what kind of effect they have. Which I don't tend to do.
Yeah, so some people were asking just now, like, how do we know what's going to happen next month? We don't necessarily know what's going to happen next month, but the idea, once again, is all the information that Raj has ever spoken about or I've ever spoken about have come from the charts. It's come from experience, and it's come from just investigating and looking at the way the market's moved and then the probability of the next movement and why that movement's happening. I think if you start asking why and you go back into the charts and you start back testing a little bit more, and it's not necessarily executing or doing simulation, it's just looking at the chart and saying, hey, why in the last few days of the month are these candles bullish or bearish? What does that signify? And if you're confused about that information, look at the smaller time frames, because the smaller time frames will have much more movements that are similar to the larger time frames, but you'll have much more examples of those time frame movements. So you'll be able to apply that knowledge faster because of the fact that you're seeing it multiple times in the smaller time frames.
Now, Ted, when you're saying, like, you're asking yourself, why does this happen? Now, you're asking yourself, why is this happening technically or fundamentally at all?
Both.
Is it all technical?
Both.
Okay.
Because fundamentals, there's always going to be a catalyst for movement. 100%. So when you think of the technical movements, the biggest movements always come from a catalyst. There's never been a technical movement that's been huge for just no reason. There's always been a reason. So if you keep that in the back of your head and you say, well, how did these candles appear? What made them appear? Then you turn around and you're able to say, okay, this is the reason why, and I have to look out for that reason afterwards.
Got it. Yeah, I'm trying to get more into understanding fundamentals. And yeah, even like the lower or medium folders. I feel like they play some little part in the smaller time.
4 hour might flip bullish on GJ. Man, you were right about that projection down there. God damn, man. GJ.
I held it, man.
Nice.
We can wait for a break.
I'm waiting for a break.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but 800 is sensible.
Come on.
More.
Chris, you said you're in GJ?
Yeah, I held it from where the earlier entry was.
Nice,
Oh,
man.
nice.
Well done.
I just had bigger kahunas. That's all. That's
yeah, we like your balls.
It's my balls today.
Yeah. Man, the analysis was 100% correct.
Yeah, boy.
I just based it on the 30-minute. I just thought the 30-minute wick, as long as it didn't reach the bottom of that was my stop loss.
You didn't think nothing.
I was like, I left it. I see why he closed on the 15 though, because it made sense to limit loss. So.
Now it's gonna keep...
What was your entry, Chris?
Yeah,
Around 60 something.
Yeah, 68.5.
Nice, man.
Chris, remember I said this morning as well that I'm trying to not go off 15. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Listen to myself.
Yeah.
Raja, how does it feel after closing your GJ? Well, it feels nothing. Nothing really.
Nope.
Nothing.
Shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like all I know is that the analysis played out, and I know it's gonna happen over and over again. And the next time it's gonna happen, I'm just gonna enter again. So I have no FOMO. I don't feel like, oh, I've been betrayed by GJ, because the analysis was correct. But you know what? It really it solidifies one thing, that this idea of, like, let's say if price is going to continue going up, price needs to make higher highs and higher lows. So if you see here, this was a low made over here, this was a higher low, and an even higher low, and now they continue. So this broke and closed above the high of the previous one, made a higher high, this made a higher high, and now this is making a higher high. And this is the idea I trade off of. Like, if price is going to go up, at least on the 30-minute or the 1 hour, the candles are going to make higher highs and higher lows. If price is going to go down, it's going to make lower highs and lower lows. Ooh, and Glenn was correct about the fake outs too. The 1 hour fit. 1 hour closed back in the range, next one dipped down. See what we did here? We looked at the higher time frame. We looked to see that the higher time frame was at support, and then we started looking at the smaller time frames to see our confirmations to take buys. Some people closed like me and some held. So well done. Look at gold. Yeah, gold's gonna continue here most probably. I'm not gonna touch gold. $15.73. So now if you look left, there's almost nothing there. And GJ here as well. If you look left, there's nothing there. There's a clean candle. This candle closing above resistance. So now there's a higher chance it's going to continue to 142, 100. Someone is saying GP sells, where for it to be a sell, you need the candles to close below support. They are not closing below support. Man, you guys don't want to wait, eh? Wait.
Yeah, I find it weird the level of impatience. I think, like I just reiterated earlier, we're coming towards the end of the month. Like, why get caught in all this institutional wash of the monthly candle, the weekly candle, and the daily candles finishing? Why not wait? If you look at previous history, you'll see the best parts of the month are usually the middle weeks, right? Weeks 2 and weeks 3, and then weeks 4, we start to taper off. Similar to the way you look at a daily structure. You want to try and maximize your potential and don't get caught in those situations. By big move, how many pips do you mean? I don't know. It's your discretion. What do you consider a big move? These are all subjective. I mean, I look at big moves. I mean, you can turn around. This to me is a big move, right? That's 50 pips. Maybe this to you is a big move. This isn't a big move, right? I mean, you just have to look and look at the opportunities. Look at your trading, and look at what your goals are, and align your goals with the movements in the market. So if you're looking for a 50 pip move, well, there's your 50 pip move, right? This is your 50 pip move. So you say, how would I have gotten this move? If you're looking for 20 pips, there's your 20 pip move. How would I have gotten that, right? It's what your discretion is. And I think you have to build that out amongst yourself and what your comfort level is. Some people can sit and swing trade because that's their comfort level. Some people can scalp. It's really up to you. There's no predetermined formula. As soon as you start boxing in your formula and saying you have to do this, that's where you start making mistakes. Because what ends up happening is you're constantly looking for that exact setup that doesn't happen. You are looking for permutations of your idea. You're not looking for the exact setup every single time. You're looking for permutations. If you had a checklist, your checklist has 10 ideas on it. You're looking for 70 or 80% of those check marks to be checked before you execute. Obviously, the more boxes you check, the higher probability your idea is. But I mean, you can execute with 5 check boxes, you can execute with 7 check boxes, you can execute with 10 check boxes. What are the requirements for those check boxes? You have to determine those based on what? Experience, based on the trades that you've won versus the trades that you've lost. It's very straightforward. Trading is about execution, refinement, executing again. That's all it is. Whether it takes you a month to do that, 6 months or 6 years, that's all that trading is. Trading is not about trying to figure out where the double tops are, where the triple bottoms are, what's this, what's that. It's about, hey, I see a current idea that matches up with previous ideas that I've won with. I'm going to execute with that idea. You know, that's the biggest thing that you have to do. And also remembering where you are in the market, the timing of the market, where do you think the market's going to go next, and why do you think the market's going next? You see right now we're coming 20 minutes towards the North American session. So is it advisable to take a trade right now? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What are your rules around that idea? Are you looking to catch the push before pre-New York, or are you looking to wait to see what happens after the North American session opens, and how will you evaluate the opportunity then? Some people trade before the North American session because they know liquidity is being built up to be expelled on the 8 a.m. hour. So some people will catch a move right now, close at 7:55. Other people wait till 8:05 and catch a move. That's basically all it comes down to. It's preparation. Preparation is your key. The more you prepare, the easier it becomes for you. The lack of preparation creates the emotion.
$15.70. So, you know, I've taken one trading idea early in the morning, the buy is there, which I closed at break even-ish, and that was my one trade for the day. Man, the purest form of social media right now is TikTok.
TikTok. I'm gonna have to get involved because
I was up till 3 in the morning watching that stuff.
Dude, I saw it when I woke up. I looked back on the chat and it was like 4 a.m. here, and you were still like, yeah, my days. I've got loads to do now.
Yeah, I have now found a new fun thing to look at.
I'm gonna download.
It's so like you just keep scrolling, man.
Yes.
It's so hilarious.
That dude in the digger was class.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you.
It's very clever.
That video you're talking about, Ted.
Yeah.
Blacka.
Yeah.
That video was actually a video a guy made to a Fortnite.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I'll find the original. I'll send it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, TikTok's a deep hole you'll find yourself in.
Yeah, it sucks. Now I'm doing that too often. I literally went through hours of videos.
Yeah, it would be about 3 months and then it'd be gone again.
Yeah.
It's just one of them, you know, you're stuck now. Have to look at it like Instagram. I have to.
Yeah. Man, Raja created a monster.
Yeah. As long as you don't start making your own, that's where it's going to get out of
Yeah.
hand. God damn, GJ, I just looked up.
Damn.
Margin call and stop. A margin call is like, let's say if you go out to play with $15 and you bet $13 and then you get a margin call. Someone tells you, hey, you're losing money. You're almost out of money. You're almost out of money. That's a margin call. Stop out is when something stops. Man, just go to babypips.com and search margin call and stop out. Oh, nice. People are still holding GJ over here.
I've closed most mine, to be fair.
Nice. I took a buy at 680. Wow. Would have been 30 pips. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Rakeel, check the WhatsApp chat.
Check the WhatsApp.
And Ted as well.
Oh, I was saying that one, that's class.
That's hilarious.
That's really good.
Riding around the block. Your ass gonna get shot. This morning someone showed us the GP JPY reversal on the 1 hour chart. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 minute chart, not the 1 hour chart. Man, I don't know if you can see a reversal on the 1 hour chart.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I mean, when people come up with those ideas, that's just, I wouldn't say crazy, but stupid. Like, let's say you didn't have this information. Now, looking at what you're looking right now, how does it tell you that the 1 hour chart is going to go all the way up? How? Either you can do some crazy fibs or some crazy harmonics and say like, oh yeah, look, it looks like it's going to go up. No, man, it doesn't. It's so hard. So hard to predict that. But looking at the higher time frames, the 30-minute, the 4 hour, and then just like anticipating moves, that makes sense. But it's really scary in a way that if someone looks at the 1 minute and they see that, okay, you know what, I called it on the 1 minute, and then it's scary because now they're going to look at the same thing again, you know, and there's a very high chance it might not work. So it's better to just look at the simple time frames, simple candles, make up your analogies, and if they work, look for the same things the next day. And I can guarantee you in like a month and a half, you'll be able to predict profitable moves. Just like we do over here. Wow, gold really come down to 1570 here. Damn. Yeah, my day for today, I'm down $50, $59. Yeah, some days you win, some days you lose.
GJ needs to find a nice support so I can enter. Damn.
Wow, GJ did exactly what we expected.
Chris, you still in?
Yeah, man. About 30 pips. But I've closed most of my positions, to be fair. I've got about 20% left open.
Good for you, man.
Cheers, man.
Well, if you guys like this move and you guys held this trade, just give a like to the stream, because you know, then a lot more people, they come on the stream and they get better. If you make a loss and you saw a very good setup, will you enter immediately, or do you stick to your 1 hour no trade plan? I'm gonna stick to my 1 hour no trade plan. Actually, I'm gonna stick to my plan of not taking any more trades today.
Oh, is that your new rule? Is that a new rule? One trade?
Like, I mean, I was expecting this move to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a good call.
yeah, so I missed it. So
Yeah, I missed the way down this morning though, because of my support. The way I was looking at it, I missed the whole move down. To be fair,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
easy to catch really, but it's just I didn't jump in all the way down. I was tempted, but I didn't.
So I missed this move. So now, you know, there's no more trades. What about gold? Well, gold, you have already missed the move on gold. When you see big moves happen, just tell yourself you have missed the move. And then look back in the charts and look to see how could you have taken that trade. Because I have an urge to always make a revenge trade after a loss. Always have to find a way to prevent it, and sometimes I can easily make a second trade. Yeah, I mean, the best way to not make a second trade is just to, I don't know, I mean, it's just simple, just don't do it. You know, I think psychologically, the more you look at the charts, the more your brain tells you, hey man, this is a good trade, man. Just take this trade. So you have to fight that urge, and the best way to fight that urge is to not look at the charts, because the more you look at the charts, the more prone you are to take another trade. You know, so you really have to make a conscious effort to not look at the trades. I have a $1,000 account. I want to risk $20 per trade. How much lot size should I enter? Well, Magneto Nasser, the first thing you need to do is you need to go get yourself a magic key. And the second thing you need to do is you need to do some basic math, man. I mean, if you have a $1,000 account, you want to risk $20 per trade. It depends what your lot size is. If your lot size is 10 pips, you're using a 0.2 lot. If your stop loss is 20 pips, you're using a 0.1 lot. It's just basic math. Come on, man. If you're using a 5 pip, then it's a little higher lot. Seriously, it's basic math. You know, it's the grade 5 mathematics.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, if you have a $1,000 account, let me change the color over here and blow people's mind here. If you have a $1,000 account and you want to risk $20, what's the lot size? But what's the stop loss? Right? If your stop loss is 10 pips, then your lot size will be 0.2 lot to risk $20. If your stop loss is 20 pips, then it's going to be 0.1 lots. You know, if it's 30 pips, then it's going to be, you know, whatever that is, 0.07 almost lots. Basic mathematics. Do you think brokers hunt stop losses? No, brokers don't hunt stop losses. That's a myth. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. Brokers don't hunt stop losses. Brokers don't care about. Listen, here's the thing. If you have a trade open and you have a $500 account, and if price hits a stop loss, you're gonna lose, let's say, $20. And if the broker is hunting your stop loss, do you really think broker cares about your $20? Or if broker cares about my $200 or $500? No, they do not. Brokers don't care about your or my money. That's not how it works. Those are just excuses people have made to justify their losses. Oh, it was a stop hunt. One quick question, if you don't mind, how would you define the bias of the chart? In other words, how do you define if you are looking for sells or buys? Okay, so oh, looks like someone forgot to unmute themselves. Okay, perfect. So when we came to the chart, the 4-hour was filling the wick, and we talked about that the 4-hour. Then when the higher time frame fills the wick, that's the support on the lower time frame, right? So if that's a support on the lower time frame, then we start to look to see that, okay, if we see some rejections, then we start to look for buys, and rejections are created. So let's say if we're looking for buys, that means we're looking for a minor uptrend. So uptrend is formed when candles make higher highs and higher lows. So when this candle closed bullish, indicated that I took buys because the bias was buys now. This was the initial target here, and once we broke above 141.800, the target became 142.100, and price came up to that, almost to that area. I think you answer the same questions every day. Yes, I do answer the same questions every day because for some reason people like questioning the same questions. How many pips do you aim for in a day? Depends what I can get, really. I mean, I was aiming for like 15 pips on GPGPY here and letting it run to up over there, but I got nothing. Do you know how many pips you average a week? I don't know. I don't really count pips a week. Like if you want, I can count them for you, but like I go day by day. Because when you're trading, you should never have a pressure on you. You should never say, okay, you know what, I'm going to start trading and I'm going to aim for 100 pips or 200 pips. Always take it day by day. Because when you have that pressure on you, then you're pressured to succeed or you're pressured to meet your targets. And whenever you're pressured to meet targets, things don't work out. They just don't work out. Are you a millionaire yet? No, I'm not. But I think I've made close to $1 million over the past, 4 years. Do you speak any other language? Yes. I speak 3 other languages. What will be the next target if GPCAD broke that support? If GPCAD has broken the support, the 30-minute is now closing below support. The next target should be around 1.71400, which is 24 pips away. And honestly speaking, for GPCAD to come down all the way there, it shouldn't be any problem at all. I mean, GPCAD is a soldier, and GPCAD has a very, very strong potential to come down 20-25 pips. Do you prefer high spreads and no commission? I prefer low spreads and commission. That's what I do. I pay commission with low spreads. There you go. Do you wait for a pullback to avoid false breakouts? First, you need to identify what false breakouts are, and you need to send a chart so that we can see what your idea of false breakouts are, because that's a very open-ended subjective question. GJ, sell, question mark. Well, all candles are bullish, so I don't know why you're looking for sells. Man, if I hadn't taken GJ trade, I would have been in GPCAD sells right now. I would have taken GPCAD sells right over here with the 15 pip stop and a 20 pip gain. PS4 or Xbox? PS4 all the way. Any thoughts on Euro AUD? I think you need to send a chart on Euro AUD. This is the part when I struggle the most with GJ, like right now it broke resistance. Would you enter a buy now, or would you wait for the candle to form some support? Well, if you look on GJ right now, if you look on the 30-minute chart and the 15-minute chart, and if you're looking for GJ to continue moving up, first of all, you need to identify where your stop loss is going to be, right? So looking at the 15-minute, maybe a good stop is going to be at 141,700. So if you look on the 30-minute as well, 141,700 would make sense for a stop loss if you expect GJ to continue moving up towards 142,100. You know, 141,100, 700 is going to be a good stop loss because that's below the breakout candle, and this 30-minute candle is the breakout candle. So then you're expecting it to create a support at this level right over here around 141,810. You know, because if the support is created and you are in a buy, which you would have taken right over here, and your stop would be down here, then you can bring your stop up over here once the support is created. And now you have successfully trailed your stop loss and expect this move to continue going bullish. So you know, now you have conditions for your trades. You have your stops placement, you have your entries, and then you have the idea what happens if the support is created. But I'm not taking any more trades. I already took a trade in the morning. If you had win GJ, would you have taken GPCAD sells? Yes, I would have taken GPCAD sells with half the risk. Because look at it this way, right? If I would have won GJ trade, let's say if I would have won GJ trade with a 1 lot, you know, and then if I would have seen GPCAD, then I would have taken GPCAD with a 0.5 lot, you know, because even if I do lose this trade, I'm not losing my complete profits. I'm losing 50% of the profits, you know. So in essence, now you're risking 50% of what you've already made. So that's a big part of your trade management. What's the worst mistake you made as a trader? The worst mistake I made as a trader was a AUD USD sells I took and I held because it went up. It kept going up. I held and I didn't close. And then I closed it in a $60,000 drawdown. And
is that the one you added positions?
yeah.
And then that's not a good one.
And then an hour later, it fell down and went in profits. But I was already out in negative. Yeah, that was a bad feeling.
Yeah.
When you're trading, should you have your own method of trading, or how do you trade? I think you should have your own method of trading. You should develop your own style of trading. Like what you guys see here in the live streams is the way I look at the charts, the way how I analyze, the way how I anticipate price to move. You know, so everyone should have their own method of trading. And the best thing to really develop your trading style is by sending charts. Like a lot of people don't send charts, they don't send analysis, they don't get better, and they keep fucking complaining. You know, so the more you send charts, the more people see your charts, and the better you get. It's very simple.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head, Raja. People have to understand that this is an individual thing that you're going to do every single day, but you leverage a group of people to have them provide insight into what you're doing. Um, if you were to try, say, playing a sport, right? You have to go out there and perform the activities. But what you're doing afterwards is you're reviewing game day footage with other people and saying, hey, did you notice this? Or did you notice that? Or how could we exploit this idea? That's the biggest thing that people have to realize with trading is you're always going to be the one executing. You're always going to be the one clicking the button. But more importantly, what you need to understand is when you finished all the execution and you finished what you're doing for the day, or whatever it is going to be, you have a group of people that you should rely on to say, hey, can you take a look at this, so that you can get 360 feedback. And it doesn't have to be somebody who's better than you. It doesn't have to be somebody who's trading 10 lot or 50 lot or whatever it is. It's just another set of eyes because it's a different perspective. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to be open to other ideas, and it allows you to expand your knowledge. People, when I started trading, and when we were doing, I provide analysis, people would give insight. They would say, I don't agree, or I agree. And it's not a bad thing to have disagreements. What you have to take from disagreements or different opinions is, hey, that's a different perspective. It's not negative. You shouldn't be upset because someone doesn't agree with your analysis. What you do is you then take a look at their perspective and say, hey, why do they not agree? Or what do they see? Or am I missing something? And I think as a trader, if you get better at accepting varying ideas and subjective ideas, you're going to be better off. I mean, there's lots of times Raja takes a trade, I don't take a trade. It doesn't mean that he's a good trader or I'm a bad trader or vice versa. It means it doesn't fit my profile. And that's okay. But what I do is I still watch that and I learn from it. And I say, how did he execute on that? Or what did he see that I didn't see? And can I adapt a bit of my thinking the way he thinks, and vice versa? Because there's lots of times where he hasn't seen something and I've seen something and he said, oh, I didn't notice that. And now he adds that to his repertoire. That's what trading is. Trading is a constant evolution with people, but you're always executing as an individual. You're always making the end decision. You're the one pulling the trigger. You're the one managing the risk. It's nobody else. But always come back to a group of people and get feedback. And the more feedback you ask for, the faster you're going to grow as a trader, because what you're going to see is you're going to see multiple opinions. You're going to start to see things that you like, things that you don't like, and the evolution will be a lot faster.
Yeah, I agree with Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's a good way to bounce ideas off each other, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, if you look at a sports team and you see athletes play, you have NBA players. Like, say for example, the whole thing with Kobe. Kobe passed away. We all feel horrible about the situation, but Kobe competed at the highest level against Michael Jordan, against LeBron James, against all these good players. And when they were on the court, they battled hard. But off the court, they were great friends. They were able to talk about strategy. They were able to practice with each other. They were able to do things. It didn't hurt their egos to practice and to bounce ideas off each other. When they are on the court, it was blood. Like they would fight tooth and nail, and that's what the markets are. But you shouldn't turn around and look at the next person and think negative things about them or say something, because at the end of the day, it's the retail world versus the institutions. And the institutional world is so much scarier than the retail world. there's so much more we have to battle. And when I see people fighting amongst each other and calling each other names and acting all stupid for no reason, you're wasting so much energy attacking people that are at the same level as you. We're all retail traders. There's nobody here that trades like a bank. There's no such thing. You don't work at a bank, so therefore you don't trade like a bank. You don't trade like an institution. You're not special. You're not more special than somebody else. So you have to take it down a notch and understand that, hey, we're all in this together. And whether you're a newer trader or you're a seasoned trader, there's a lot you can learn from people. And when you look at things like that, that's what we're supposed to do. You say these things, but then you call us stupid for opinions on charts asking reasonable questions. No, I don't call people stupid. I say you don't put the work in. There's a difference. Raja doesn't get mad at you for putting in work. He gets mad at people for being lazy, as well as I do. There's a difference. I'll never call someone stupid. I'll just say that you're not putting in the work. And you can see when people aren't putting in the work because they don't follow rules, they don't follow directions, they don't follow instructions, they don't mark up their charts properly, they don't tell a story. It's obvious. So that's where we get hard at people. I don't get hard at people for people that are taking initiative, that people are trying. I meet people every day that don't know how to trade. But you know what? They take initiative and they put the best effort that they can put in because they follow instructions and they follow rules. You better believe if you show up late to a meeting with me, I'm going to call you stupid. Because if you're showing up late to a meeting, what does that say about you as a character, you as a person, especially the first time meeting? It's the same thing. It's the ideas that people are trying to present, the shortcuts. It's the idea, well, I'm at work right now, so I can't post a chart. Then don't talk about analysis. It's stupid to do that. That's where you get the stupid comments from. That's where it comes from. It doesn't come from someone posting a chart and explaining their idea and saying why they're doing something. That's not stupid. There's a comment about it or there's opinion on it, but it's not stupid. It's stupid when people are lazy. And then people like Paul that turn around and say, you should try politics, you twist things. I don't twist anything. It's a fact. You don't put in the work. And the same people that make comments here, and they want help, and then they don't follow instructions. I don't know. It says here at the bottom, you want information, follow the rules. These are the rules. Oh, I don't want to follow the rules. Well, it's stupid. Sorry. And then also people get offended very easily because we tell them things that they don't like to hear. People don't like the reality of life, that you have to put in a lot of work. Yeah, no, I'm well aware of that. I mean, it like I said, it took me 2.5 years to figure that out on social media because I was never exposed to these different personality types. I was always in my work and in my schooling, I always worked alongside people that just wanted to help, right? Like in university, I was in groups where people are like, hey, if you don't have time to do your part of the project, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You do the next project, you do double the next project. Because people had different schedules, it was tough on people. There was never anyone saying, oh, well, you're not carrying your weight or you're an idiot or you're stupid. I never came across that. So when I joined social media, the last 2.5 years, I've really had to learn that there's different perspectives and different people living different lives. Yeah. And their lives are projections of who they are. There's people that are in very 100%. Bad situations, right? But I was never exposed to that. I was exposed to people in different, I guess, living circumstances, but even those people were always nice. I didn't have people that would arbitrarily just come out and call you stupid or try and attack you for no reason. So it's taken a lot for me to learn, and I've learned that now. So now I ignore most negative comments.
This is obviously why we all get, because we're all in it for the common good. we're all like on the same mission.
Yeah, I think at this chart, what you're trying to do is you're trying to force a sell, so you need to really identify that, okay, this is a level here. If this is held, price may continue up to 142, 100. But if candle closes back in the range, then it starts to range, and then you can say, okay, this move up was a fake out. But it's not a fake out until it's not a fake out. Just like when it's not a breakout, it's not a breakout. Feel like trading is quite predictable. Yeah, I think it's more about like what's the probability of one thing happening than the other. You know, so the probability of GP CAD heading down to 1.41, 1.71400 is higher than it going up to 1.7200, 2000. There. Gold, the buy from the news. Well. A buy. I think that buy would be a tiny move, bullish, just as like a retracement to continue further. Because now this level here, this is some sort of important level over here. Because this is the support that gold broke, right? So we gotta keep this entire level in mind, like from 1576 to 1577. GJ doing a retest, question mark. Well, GJ, okay, so the pairs I have here on the screen are the pairs I'm going to look at. Any other pair like AUD, ruble or whatever you want to look at, or your USD, you need to send a chart. Because I don't have those charts. So for GJ to do a retest, you need a 15-minute candle to close bullish. You know, then you can say, okay, you know what, now maybe it's creating a support to continue up. And then if you wait for the 30-minute to close, that's going to be a much stronger support. You know, so if the higher time frame makes a support, then your chances of price bouncing, they become much bigger, you know. Just like right over here we had early in the morning. What's this? What is this? Waiting for 15-minute bullish? Yeah, that's a good analysis right there. I think this little zone here, you should just remove this.
Minute closes like that. Looks pretty clean.
Yes. GJ 30-minute had that feeling it was going to push anymore. I closed my trade. Oh, nice.
Do we have any news today?
Yeah, USD news soon. What do you think about gold? I think gold is bearish. Gold is coming down to 1570. But I also think the main move on gold is done, but it has a chance to come down to 1570. Man, what's going on here in the YouTube chat? I'm lost. There are like two different things going on. All right. Oh, we already seen this before. Restart. Man, who's that with that? Come on, Alex, with your pots and pans over there. I'm at the latest manga episode where the enemy is. Oh no, that's not a good conversation. AUD CHF buys anyone? Scott Riley. Scott Riley. I think if you send a chart, that would help out a lot of people, and that might also help you out too. So what you're going to realize is in trading, there's a lot of waiting around to do, you know. So basically, if you're waiting for this 15-minute to close, now you're waiting 8 minutes. 8 minutes to do whatever you want, you know, and just like scroll around. Scroll around. Man. Quit looking at traders to validate your existence. Yes, that's. Oh, he had a. I had a. What's it called? A podcast with him. I had a podcast with this guy. It was. Yeah, we had a good conversation there on that podcast.
Where is the best place to get leads online for your business? Is it YouTube?
Oh, come on. Oh, he has 27,000 subscribers. Very nice. And it is. Where'd it go? Yeah, he's had some pretty nice guys on here, and one of those nice guys was me right here. If you want to succeed at trade, this was also a very good interview. This one. Look at this, 45,000 views. Damn. This guy looks like a mad, you know, like a quant trader guy.
Yeah, he looks like some sort of a genius.
Yeah, some sort of crazy genius.
Yeah.
With veins of ice. This interview, she started pitching about MLM. Shameless self-promotion. No, well, no, it's not. It's a podcast. Someone did a podcast. So on my stream, I'm telling people about my podcast and what we talked about. We talked about life. We talked about how I got here, the motivators I had, what I had to do to get here. You know, we talk about, like, you know, how I transformed from a job to trading, and why it was a bad idea. You know, so there's like some very important things. Black Wall Street, stupid. See, and okay.
Rakeel, I missed the name of that podcast. Could you put the link in the stream, or what's it called? Slack?
Oh yeah, okay.
Thanks, brother.
GJ sells.
I would wait.
GJ sells. Oh, someone already took them
Oh,
in Slack. I'm just looking at it. Rich don't lie. Can you look at this chart one more time so Ted can give his input? Wow, no one's entitled to give anything. Oh wow, man, we've been looking at this chart. You've been sending the same chart for. Yeah, no one.
3 times.
Yeah, we even talked about this chart. I talked about this chart.
Yeah, I think if Raja said something, it's probably accurate. I mean, I see GJ hitting a zone right now. We just tapped into it on the daily, which Raja's already pointed out. So.
Yeah, right down there and
Yep.
support and.
Yep. I think it comes down to understanding what your trading plan is and does the current market structure make sense for you. I think a lot of times people are afraid to execute because they haven't executed enough. Having myself or Raja say it's good doesn't help you. It doesn't make the markets move easier in your way. What you should be doing is you should be executing and then coming back when there's issues you've had or you see reoccurring themes. Execution at this point, what you're doing, whether it's a demo account or a small nominal account, you should be doing that free form. In other words, you shouldn't be looking for anyone else's validation because what that does is allows you to make stronger independent decisions. People are afraid of making decisions, and that's what hurts you the most as a trader. You have to be able to just execute and accept the consequences of the execution, whether they're positive or negative. And I think that's the biggest issue that people have is they're afraid to execute because they don't want to make a mistake. When you started walking, you fell a lot of times. Nobody turned around and said, you're never going to be able to walk. So keep that in mind in terms of what you were doing. What people did was they would tell you to get back up, or your parents would hold your hand and they would let you walk. They wouldn't move your feet for you. Right? Nobody, when you were walking, your parents never used their hands and moved your feet to make you walk because that would make you fall. You had to move your feet. They would help you a bit, but they would never move your feet. And then eventually you would move a bit and then you would fall. They would tell you to get back up. They would move obstacles away from you so that you wouldn't hit your head or you wouldn't fall into like a sharp object. Like that's what this group is for. We help remove sharp objects, but at the end of the day, you still have to make executions. And you have to also understand too, one candle, and we've said this thousands of times, one candle is not a change in direction. A 15-minute candle doesn't mean that we're going to start moving in the opposite direction. So just really keep that in mind. Just be very aware of that. It's very important because people get caught up in the hysteria of they're catching tops and bottoms because you want to get right that perfect entry. There's no such thing as a perfect entry. Okay? People that are taking gold buys or gold sells right now, yesterday was the better entry. Last month was a better entry. There's always going to be a better entry. So keep that in mind. What you're trying to do is be present in the moment and execute according to the most probability or the most probable outcome. And that's seeing multiple time frames in the exact same direction. If multiple time frames aren't in the same direction, maybe there isn't a trade, and that's okay. Maybe the trade you leave your desk for 5 minutes and the trade happens and you miss it. That's okay as well. It's not a big deal.
That
It's
happened this
happened to me.
morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went downstairs to make coffee, come back, and I was like, God damn it. And then the GJ drop started. I was like, well, if I was here, I might have seen it. But talking of execute by yourself, I took another entry on GJ.
USD news. Did nothing. That is correct. Oh, those weren't even. That wasn't even high impact. You got high impact at 10 o'clock.
I've got one that was high impact.
They
said that just happened?
Yeah, the durable goods. One was good, one was bad.
I see. I've got one to do with capital goods orders, aircraft stuff.
Oh,
That's pretty high impact, but that's not really gonna.
No, the next one I have is the consumer confidence at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
What time do you go live? 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Yes, we go live every day, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, what's this? Price is in uptrend the whole week based on what? Price is in uptrend. Okay. Only looking for buys. 160 minute candle close bullish. Same goes for 30 minutes. Yeah, I think you should wait for the 30-minute candle actually. You should wait for the 30-minute candle. Because true, the trend is bullish, but you have the candle here, 30-minute. You need this to close bullish for you to take a buy, you know, because if this closes bullish, then this becomes like a nice little support area right here, right? It becomes a nice little support area. So having a stop below the 15-minute candle, it's aggressive stop. It could work, but it's aggressive. And then a better stop would be below this 30-minute candle wick. So then you're risking this much to possibly gain this much here in hopes for like a little retracement up. Let's check the news here. So I'm going to give you some very important information. This is the website you can use to check the news. Okay? Very important information. Thank you, Raj and Ted, for introducing TCF to us. I don't know what TCF is. I'm in a monthly fee sub live trading. It works well. Monthly fee sub live. I think if you're paying monthly for any trading service, I don't know, man. I don't see. People wanted me to charge everybody monthly for what we're doing right over here, and then I looked at it and said, man, you know what? I don't need to charge people because this is something I like. You know, I'm passionate about it. And now YouTube pays me. So in this chart, I show a quick spike up and back where price keeps trading. Yeah, I think it might be ranging. Man. See, someone sent a chart here. This is Tuesday, quick spike up and back.
Yeah, but where did that spike come from? Like, this is what people need to talk about. Is this is Tuesday's quick spike up? What does that mean? What was the research that was done behind that quick spike? See, this is an example where when we talk, that's not a chart that's worth looking at because there's no information there. What you should have done is taken your time instead of just drawing an arrow, gone to the Tuesday news events and said, hey, why was there a spike on Tuesday? And then add that to the information on the fact that, hey, the candle spiked up on this event. What was the rationale behind it? There's spikes everywhere in the market.
Yeah, I think you need to see why, like what was there in the, like what changed, news, something happened, what caused that spike. Ooh, AUDC HF5, nice. So now you need to see if there's any support formed on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Once this 15-minute breaks out of the previous 15-minute, you have support established. Support is established.
Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun a bit. I was looking at 5 minutes just to see how it's forming.
Yeah.
A bit early, to be fair, but I'm just using what I've made from the previous trade.
Where's your entry, Chris?
861.
That's a great entry, man.
Thanks, man. I was just watching 5 minutes, to be fair. It's a bit risky because it's not really formed anything higher yet, but
Yeah, on the 5 minute we're in a range, so
Yeah,
I think
man.
once we break this range.
I think so. That's what I'm hoping, if we break out towards the top side. I mean, I'm using about half of what I made on the previous trade, so it's not like I'm risking it. I wouldn't take it otherwise. But I was just looking at the 1 hour, and the second half of the hour looks like, if we can continue, then we'll fill that wick to the left.
Yeah, that's right.
That was my target.
Yeah, that's my goal too.
The 30-minute looks like a booby trap.
We shall see.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a small position too, Chris. And I'm waiting for the 30 to close. Enter another.
I'm waiting for a 15 to close bullish.
To enter like your first position?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because if the 1 hour is gonna fill the wick, it should fill it like on this hour. So the 15 is gonna close like in 7 minutes. So the next 15 should push and go higher.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. The last half of the hour we could get us to fill the wick and then potentially up to the top zone. But
Yeah, the 30-minute has broken the high too.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
15 also, so I
Nice.
guess if the 15 is closing bullish, I'm taking the shot.
yeah, like I said, I was a little bit early, but that's based on because of
Yeah, but you got a better
previous
entry,
one.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just liked how it's kind of forming on that 5 minute, kind of getting the support there.
Yeah, plus you're afraid of nothing, Chris.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got big balls.
Huge kahuna. That's exactly what it
You
is.
like my balls.
To be fair, if I'd not won that previous one, I wouldn't have took that trade. I would have waited.
Huge balls, like a bull.
Now he stands up and he said, look at this.
I'm just angry because I missed this revenge trading after not missing the drop all morning, sitting there watching it and then missing it.
I think Chris changed his coffee.
I didn't make
Now
the
he's
coffee
getting
this
a
time.
stronger coffee, like a coffee for men, not for pussycat.
Hanging around with the wrong people. That's what it is.
This 15 is going.
Yeah, let's see, man.
Higher high. Higher low than the pre 15.
Yeah, this could be a good move for you guys.
Yeah, but don't go now, man.
Very
Let's wait
nice.
for the 15 to close.
Be nice.
Yeah, I'm not moving anywhere.
Yeah, this will be a nice move for you guys.
Why you're not taking it, Rakeel?
No, because I'm done for the day.
Okay.
Disciplined.
Yeah, man.
Now this 5 minute goes. I think we don't have a trade on the 15.
Ooh.
Yeah, 5 minute closed above a little bit, so.
Yeah, they should wait here till the 15 closes.
This 15 minute is gonna fly.
I think you're pretty safe right now.
Yeah, it should be good.
The 30 minute looks good now, so.
What's your target, Chris? 142.10.
First it was weak fill, man, so 03, I think 03. And then runner would go up to like 142, 135 ish.
EJ is turning to.
Now actually.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, nice. It's moving.
There we go.
It's not gonna give us an opportunity, man.
Beautiful.
You too, Raquel.
Rakeel called the first part of that move, so it's
Yeah.
Man, you know where my entry was? 141,680.
Yeah, I've still got a runner from there, dude.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, EJ looks like it's also looking to continue up.
This is eating right now.
God damn, this is where trading gets so easy.
The thing is waiting, having the patience and waiting for your confirmations and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I'm rushing it, because I waited all morning and didn't do anything. That's why in my head I took it and I was like, oh, I don't know, was that too early? But it made sense for me.
Okay. Take out.
Oh, nice. This is a good trade here. See, now as the 30 minute is breaking the high of the previous 30 minute on GJ, and if your entries are down here, I think a stop would be stop below the 30 minute would make sense. Because now the support is established.
Yeah, I was thinking about moving mine. Might after this candle closes.
Why wouldn't the TP be up over there? Because, you know, this is where the zone starts from, so you never know. Plus, I think the TP should be, well, a safe one could be around 142 even.
Yeah, I based mine off the hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
142.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That'll be the first, then 142.10.
Yeah, because you could get a rejection at 142 again.
Yeah.
We've got to get there. Got to get there yet, though.
There was somebody who sent a gold chart where they took buys. They're probably swimming in pips right now in gold. Yeah, they had a nice 15 pip move here. Oh.
It's very good.
I'll be right back here.
Chris, you didn't get the sales in London, but at least you have buys.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make the most of this, man. Because that's that. I know why I missed the trade as well. I've analysed why I did it, and it's my support levels in the wrong place, and it didn't give me the right option. Plus, I was making coffee. But yeah, make the most of it when you get the chance. So
It should continue pushing.
We'll see. In the 5 minutes, this one's pulled back a little bit, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm in a position where my stops are in a good position, so I won't lose anything on this trade.
Well, it has to create a wick for the near 15 minutes. So.
Looking for the last 10 minutes to be a flyer, to be honest. That'd be nice. We'll see.
It's going to take another entry on this pullback, but I'm going to be patient.
It's a big pullback.
What's the 5 look like?
But the 30 minutes still looks nice. Oh. Reject that level. You took another entry.
No, I didn't. No, I'm good.
I heard someone.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me. Because my first position was pretty small, just because the candle didn't close.
Just fucking around with it. Come on, GJ, fly. I think the next 5 minutes should push up.
Oh, we had a little retracement over there.
Yeah, we still hold.
Yeah, a bit for that 15 minute. I'm not sure, we'll see. There's still got potential, I think. Yeah, Let's see.
Looks good.
Oh, this is a good question. Does anyone have a view? Oh, if consumer confidence. She's expecting good. Yeah, they're expecting it to be good. So if it's good, then gold should keep dropping. But if it's bad, then gold's going to go up. So technically looking at it, gold's 30 minutes about to close in 9 minutes. It's closing bullish. So you know, for news to be good and gold to drop, it'll need to then drop below 1573. But if the support holds and it's good news, then it's going to it's bad news, then it's going to continue up. And if the news is bad, that's going to move gold a lot because they're expecting good. So if it's bad, then they'll be like, oh shit, what? We're bad news? What? You know? You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's this? Just want to point out that this 4 level also trees bottoms might have formed. Yeah, that makes sense too. That makes sense too. But now we have these levels here in the smaller time frame.
GBP card looks like a good trade as well, you know, for some sell stops.
Oh, for sells? Yeah.
For sell stops, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching it for the last hour. It's
been trying.
It's gone up. Yeah.
It's been trying to go down.
It is, yeah. If you look at the 15 minute, you can see on the 15 minute where it's tried to push up. And yeah, just U-turn and just like today's no, it's about to head down. I think mainly the reason why it kind of failed that push up is because it tapped into a price point that it had also previously failed to gather liquidity to move down, but I think it was too early in the session. So I think now it's got enough. It's tapped into that same. If you look to the left there, you see that previous 30-minute wick. It's tapped into a higher liquidity zone, and it's had to tap into that again to then move down further. So I'm already in a sell, and I anticipate it going all the way down to the next zone that you've got down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Kervin in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's selling GJ over here. Double top. Yeah. I think it's going to be a sell once it comes below 141,800. You know, so now you have these zones it needs to break below. GP CAD easy right till 1.71400. Easy ride.
Yeah, close GJ was a loss.
Break even.
Yeah,
No, I took a loss.
Why not break even, man?
Because I took it based on the 15.
Oh.
Bullish close.
Okay.
Now it just turned around.
With JJ, I'm more in the selling area, you know. I'm not taking buys from GJ. I'm still expecting Jan to gain some strength. Gold as well. So I'll be looking for gold buys and GJ sell.
I think, to be honest, we won't see GJ buys until we get past the Brexit thing at the end of the month. And I think this is really setting up for that. And I think that's where you'll get the move from like 141 all the way up to like 145 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Because truthfully, I mean, I don't understand the reason why GJ is dropping. Like, why is the yen strengthening? Other than the fact that they're looking at the, if you're looking at sort of the world virus and people are scared, and you know that's what's happening. But I tend to think it's more with regards to the pullback before Brexit is officially passed, and then I expect Boris Johnson to speak on the future of the UK, and his optimism in his speech or whatever he says will be injected into the market.
Yeah, sensible approach.
Yeah, because then essentially, because what happens then at that point is with Brexit, obviously the UK is making all similar trade deals that they had with the EU in the EU, and that will allow the UK to continue to prosper, which should push the pound up. I think the pound would weaken based on the fact that they can't get the similar trade ideas or the similar trade agreements with all the other countries that they had with the EU. So that would be the negative portion, or that would slow the growth of the pound at that point.
It's going to be a long, drawn-out process too. That's another thing.
Yeah. The trading GU will be a lot more difficult, to be honest, than trading GJ, just because once again, if you go back to a few months ago, or you review some of the videos from the live streams, we talk about currency strength, and not currency strength as a particular strength, but the actual dominance of a country. So, I'll reiterate for 2020, when you have a country like the United States and a country like the UK, you have two very dominant countries. So for there to be significant moves on that particular currency pair, so like the pound US dollar, you need one currency to be super strong and one currency to be super weak. So you need to have an imbalance. When we don't have an imbalance, or both currencies are weak or both currencies are strong, we create a range. That's the reason why pairs like EJ or GJ or UJ move a little bit easier, because the yen has been historically weaker as a country or a currency versus, say, the euro versus the pound versus the US dollar. So you're going to get a little bit more discrepancy there, and the moves are going to be a little bit looser. That's the reason why when GJ trends, it trends very hard. And you'll see that. And that's the reason why we when we look at particular pairs, you don't want to go against those trends, because they're very violent in their movements. And so when you look at pairs like GU and you look at the instability that the US dollar has and also the pound has, it's going to be hard for it to get an actual move going. What you're looking, and this is the anticipation with GU, is if the pound strengthens as we leave Brexit and the US dollar is still sort of in uncertain territory or instability based on sort of tensions in the Middle East, you'll find that GU will have a nice clean move to the upside, probably just as hard as, say, GJ to the upside at that point.
Yes, sir.
Come on. GP CAD 1.71400. The retracement, and then should continue moving down.
All right.
So here's
Me neither,
here's where
but
I've learned from the past. On GBP card, I've just closed my trade for like I got in at 650, 665, and I've closed it. Now, yeah, I could wait till it goes down to 400, but I'm feeling really, really tired. And every time I fall asleep with the trade open, I lose a trade or I wipe my account. So I'm close my trade and I'm done.
Makes sense.
Wow, wipe your account.
All right. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy.
Yeah, because it's like the market knows when I'm sleeping, and it knows when I increase my lot sizes because I'm compounding. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna get this guy real good.
You're gonna get this guy.
It's like, yeah, that gorilla, yeah, we're gonna turn him into a chimpanzee.
Sheesh. I took my last trade for the day, hopefully. I'm on GJ South. 30-minute close bearish, 15-minute close bearish below the previous one. Stop losses above the current bearish 15-minute candle. I'm looking for 141.57 as a take profit. It's almost
seeing that like an hour fake out. Yeah,
you know, I'm gonna make up something about that. But yeah, I'm in stolen territory for GJ. Let's go, GJ. Don't make me look like a dumb.
Come on.
Come on. Give me 10 pip moves now. I order you.
All right, lads, I'm off. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bro. Take care.
Yes, man.
Take care, man. I was expecting this new hour opening on GJ make the drop about 10 pips, 10, 15 pips. But it's taking his time.
Yep.
Thank you, GJ. God damn.
Oh man, that person who took gold buys, he's really swimming in profits right now.
Yeah, gold buys look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Man, this was all broken down. These buys, oh wow, so nice. Clean, easy move. GP Cat is stuck now. Close gold buys at break even. Oh. Well, now you know. Now when you look at it, it just visually looks so nice. Candle broke the high, closed bullish. Next one just retraced, went up to the next. You know, the support it broke. So nice. Seen this happen so many times.
If you look at the 5-minute candles, that actually gave it away. So if you go into the 5-minute candles with gold, it actually had a very nice structure because of this candle to the left. You have a pretty much a clean move all the way up. I just grabbed 10 pips on that move up right at that. But it should probably continue to go further and fill this candle here under the 5-minute.
Yeah, I should go.
Yeah.
Because GG is dropping.
There it goes.
Gold is gaining strength, so let's get it, baby.
You might run into issues right around 1578. So I'd just be aware of that. Once this whole 5-minute candle fills, you might run into issues there.
All right.
Did you
12
take?
pips on GJ.
Did you take entries from about there, Ted?
I had entry in. I had entry in at 1575.50.
Oh yeah, so just yeah, it makes sense. Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I got out at 1576.50.
Yeah, cool. I see.
I don't trust gold yet because it's not where I want it to be in terms of the overall daily move. I would rather have this daily above 1584 for me to be comfortable, because this might just be a pullback for the news at 10 o'clock. So I wasn't looking to hold this trade a little bit.
I'm so sorry, Ted, but guys, if you took the on GJ close or
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, well done, Kevin, man. Nice work.
Yeah.
And GP Cat is moving too.
I caught the.
Good call, Kerwin.
Yeah,
no problem. Yeah, it's breaking news. Sometimes we got to go to the live reporter.
I just closed GP Cat here too.
Nice.
That's good work.
Nicely done. Take profit got hit. So that was the last trade for the day.
It's a bit slow on that open, wasn't it? It kind of didn't do much to start with.
Yes. Sorry, yes. Yeah, mate.
Mate.
Yeah, mate. And GJ, chances are GJ is gonna continue dropping, but I don't wanna get caught on this range, so I just got the easy part of the cake. And
don't look good on that hour. That hour level looks a bit rough.
Yeah, man.
So the good thing about that GJ trade is now how you would analyze this is, and if you didn't take the trade, is you look at this area of rejection, and what you have here is this area leaving, and then we're returning back into this area over here. So if you played this range, this is something that you would be looking at as a trader. You would be looking at this range. We popped up here, rejected. This is your key candle right here, because that's starting to leave that range, and then this candle here drives back down, and you're timing your exits to be around here. If you want to hold, what you're basing it on is the next 15-minute candle will essentially look this way. Should pop up and then continue to drive further down. But once again, because you've entered back into that liquidity zone, that's where you're going to have your first instant rejection normally. So as you trade these zones more often and you see rejection areas, be very, very cognizant of those areas on the smaller time frame, because they could reject instantly. And with a pair like GJ that moves very, very fast and very violent, that rejection could push you out of your trade right away. So you have to be on the trigger finger as you're coming to these zones. And sometimes what does help is if you're focused on one pair, like GJ, what you may want to do is open up your 5, 15-minute and your 30-minute chart if you're trading that tight of a range, and then keep an hour or 4-hour chart open to the side so that you can see the overall move, but you can also pinpoint with accuracy where the little zones are in the overall move. And that will prevent you from having losses that are unnecessary because you missed a smaller time frame zone, especially if you're just trading off the 15-minute time frames. This kind of move here, you get 10 or 20 pips. You're not going to get much more out of a 15-minute candle. It's very rare that you get more than 20 pips out of a GJ candle. Like it's hard for that to happen in 15 minutes, and that's why I'm saying is if you're managing your trade, you should be very careful with that, because the pullbacks will hurt you, because all that'll happen is it'll pull back again and knock you out of your trade and then continue in that direction. So hopefully that helped with the examination.
How did you decide those exact lines? I think what you need to do is, Jimmy Wellington, there's a video on my YouTube called Market Fluidity Back to the Basics. I think you have to watch that. If you watch that, you will learn a lot, because this is not a learning stream. This is just commentary in the market and positions we take. So you need to go watch that video and you'll come back stronger and faster and smarter. All right. So I'm gonna head off over here. I'm gonna have some breakfast and then I'm gonna do some legs.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, legs today.
Leg day today.
Yeah, man. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah. All right. Take care,
All
everybody.
right, man.
Everybody, see you, Chris.
Take care.
See you.
Shukriya.
Bye. Shukriya. Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Okay.